Okay, finally, Facebook and YouTube. We are live. Hi, Divas. This is Shay, your Love Diva with Wisdom Wednesdays. And I have a special message for you, and I also have a special testimony for you as well. All right, so let me just tell you what I've been going through for the past year. For the past year, I have been dealing with hyperthyroidism that was so severe that it landed me in the hospital in February to the point where I couldn't breathe, I couldn't move, I was dizzy. It was terrible. And then I struggled with not being able to control my face, not being able to control my emotions, not being able to just function normally, sleep, everything. It because your thyroid, it affects all aspects of your body, right? And so I literally went from being a vibrant, healthy woman, working out all the time, to the point where I can barely even operate and still trying to have a job and a family as well. And so my doctor was telling me that my thyroid had gotten enlarged and that I needed to have surgery. I didn't want to have surgery, you guys. I did not. So every day I would hold my hand up to my thyroid because I believe in that the body was designed to heal itself, and I believe in self-healing, that God, spirit, directs our spirit, and then our spirit directs our mind directs our body. And I practice that all the time. That's my motto. And so I was praying every day, asking God, like, to heal my thyroid so I didn't have to have surgery and to see it shrink, because I had some nodules on my thyroid, which is what they thought was causing the hyperthyroidism. And so come like April, May, it's still really bad. So they decided that they have to do surgery because it can affect my heart if my thyroid continues like this. Now, I was still praying, sending light to my thyroid, going for healing sessions at church. Um, I was still eating healthy. I started celery juicing and doing all of that, right? But I was praying and I had to do the surgery. And that was my biggest struggle. Like, why am I doing the surgery when I'm praying? Like, where are you, God? Where are you? And why aren't you delivering my miracle? And the reason why this equates to you, because there's a lot of you out there who have been praying for your soulmate to show up. You have been praying to finally find love, to get married, to being able to have a family, and it has not yet happened. And you're wondering what in the world is going on. Well, I ended up having to have surgery in May. And I recognized right before my surgery that my faith was very weak. I was kind of in and out. I was afraid. I was worried that it wasn't going to happen. I kept getting bad news. So I started to subconsciously expect bad news. How many of you guys can relate? So you meet a guy, you think he's great, and you think it's going to work out. But because you've gotten disappointed before, then you start to kind of expect the worst. You don't really expect it to work out. You start to get jaded. You start to lose faith that there's any good men. And then you start saying things like, there are no good men. If you can relate, or if you're listening to me, please leave a heart emoji. I would love to be able to see you. So I started to lose faith until the surgery. Now I had the surgery. They removed my thyroid, and then something kicked in, right? It was like a knowing. It was a knowing that kicked in, because every day I felt like my thyroid, I imagined it being there, and I would send light to it, and I would pray that my thyroid would come back. Now, the doctors all said that's impossible. It's been removed. There's no way your thyroid could come back. But it was almost like my thyroid had its own energy. So I had faith that my thyroid could come back and that my body could heal itself. So fast forward to July, my thyroid numbers are still significantly high after having thyroid surgery. It's not supposed to be high. It's supposed to be nothing because I have no thyroid, right? Wrong. During that appointment, my doctor does an ultrasound and discovers that my thyroid grew back. And it not only grew back, it grew back in the span of 2 months, and it was fully functional. So they took me off all the thyroid medicines. And now it was a waiting game to see if my thyroid numbers would regulate themselves. So when I came back to the doctor, my endocrinologist, in August, my numbers were still high. Now remember, they were way up there before. But then before they came down slightly, but they weren't quite there. Same thing with you. How many of you You're meeting a guy, you seem to be getting close, you seem like it's getting serious, but then it's still a wobble there. There's still some disappointment. You're not sure if you're going to actually get what it is that you're praying for. But while I was praying, while I was sending healing, I was walking the walk too. I was changing my diet. I continued to work out. I continued to pray. I continued to read books on how to heal my thyroid. So, fast forward to just today when I had my appointment. Because the last appointment, the doctor said, well, we're going to need to put you on medicine or do another surgery because your numbers are still high. And I said to her, I said, please just give me another month, 1 month. I know it's just something I feel in my spirit. I know that God's going to heal me. I know my thyroid is going to be normal if you can just give me some time because I'm eating right. I'm praying. And my doctor looked at me and she said, you know what? I believe you. I believe you. I'm going to leave you alone. We'll just watch it. Let's see what happens. I came back today. My thyroid levels, all of them, normal. Now, according to the medical profession, because multiple doctors told me that this would never happen. It could not happen. There's no way that you can have surgery, have a thyroid cut out, have it grow back, and be functional. That's absolutely no way. But faith without works is dead. I knew without a shadow of doubt that God was going to heal me. And I did the work to help my body to heal itself by eating right, working out, keeping my mind right, staying faithful, not being wavering when it came to healing myself. And this is my message to you, my beautiful diva. For all of you who can hear my voice and who are watching me right now, if you are praying for love, hoping for love, wishing for love, going out on dates and getting discouraged when it comes to the dating game, I am encouraging you to have faith. Do not quit. Do not lose your belief and your trust that God will bring you your soulmate. But in the same token, the man is not going to fall through your ceiling and land on your lap. You have to do the work. If you're still single, then that means there is stuff that's still standing in your way. There's some residual thought patterns. There's some residual beliefs that are still there that are keeping you stuck in your situation. If you're in a dysfunctional relationship, same thing. There's something there that is keeping you stuck. So why not do the work to learn what it is that you don't know? Why give? Because you're always doing for other people. And I'm sure if you're watching me and you're not successful in relationships, you're the kind of woman that loves hard. You're willing to give your heart and soul to a man only for them to take advantage of you. So you give and give and give, but who's giving to you? Who's taking care of you? Who's investing in you and your self-improvement? Well, if you're not willing to do it, if you're not willing to love yourself, if you're not willing to take care of yourself, then guess what? Nobody else will. And so here's my message for you. My message is have the faith, but also do the walk. Figure out what it is that you don't know. I created a program that I'm unveiling this evening at 7 p.m. and you're going to be able to hear all about it. But I've created a program that will literally hold your hand and walk you through the dating process. After going on over 100 dates in 3 months, because I myself was in your position where I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was sick and tired of being single. I was sick and tired of dealing with jerks. I was sick and tired of online dating and meeting creeps and guys who just wanted a situationship. And so I decided to do the research, which led me to 100 dates. So I went on over 100 dates in 3 months and I interviewed over 4,000 men, women, and couples. And I read hundreds of relationship and human behavior books. All that research, and it's been a decade of research that I have been working on honing this craft and understanding what is the psychology of men? How do they think? What causes them to choose one woman over another? And it's not her looks, it's not her size, it's not how many kids she has, it's not any of the things that you think it is. And so after going on this experiment and doing all this research, I have been able to see the pattern. literally the scientific pattern. How can you apply that pattern to being able to attract love? And I created a system where I literally hold your hand and walk you through the process so you no longer have to date in the dark. Because here's my goal. My goal is that by 2030, that I help 1 million women to be able to get married and attract love. That's my goal. That's my mission. Like, I feel like I would not have lived my life if I'm not able to do that. So, my beautiful diva, if you are watching me, then that means that you believe in self-care, that you believe in learning what you don't know, and you don't want just love. You don't want love with just anybody, but you want the right, healthy kind of love. You don't want to deal with any more drama. You don't want to deal with going home all by yourself anymore. You don't want to deal with being unhappy and guys that make you cry. You don't want to do that. You want somebody who's going to treat you like a queen and who's going to love you for who you are. So I'm telling you today to walk with me. Go ahead and go to Find Me Love Shay. Join me on the webinar that we're having tonight and find out more information, and make sure that you join me on the Manifest Love Inner Circle. I am telling you, we're going to be transforming lives. So go ahead on that page, and then you're going to learn more and more about it. And I look forward to joining you on your journey to love. Bye, divas. Love you.